Hey y'all, thanks for coming to my rock tier list. This is for each and every single Metroid game for the 40th anniversary. So let's go and get started with that. All right, we're first starting off with the terrain on Zebes. Now, let's be real. This was their first attempt. You at least can see these are supposed to be kind of rocky. Maybe it's not the best in the world, but for their first attempt at making rocks, it's pretty good. I will say it's not an issue due to the limitations of the console. We will see another 8-bit console literally right after this. So you can really tell they put in the effort. So I'm going to go and give that a B for effort. This is what I call improvement. You can tell these are rocks. There's no misconstruing that. Those are the most rocks I've ever seen get rocked. I'm just going to give it an A. It's truly amazing. I don't know where all went wrong. These just I don't know. They don't really come off very rocky to me. Um, I mean, you got some algae growing on them, so I mean, you can kind of make the argument if they're like really hard or like really clumped up grass or something. I'm just not a fan. That's going straight in D tier. Honestly, I wasn't expecting Fusion to even have any rocks because it's on a space station. Granted, it's supposed to like simulate the environment, but like I don't remember any rocks, but I found something. It's rubble. You can kind of run about that to be a rock. I, I do think it's really well done. It's a good rock. Looks sturdy to me. It's in a bunch of stands, so I mean those are a bunch of like little rocks, pebbles, if you will. So I'm gonna have to give that really well deserved. I believe I'm gonna give myself that an A. These rocks, tell you, they're really well done. They really outdid themselves, honestly. I mean, I tell you, Retro Studios, they just know how to make some good looking rocks. I don't have much to say. I will have to dock some points though, unfortunately. Despite how good the rocks look, I don't believe rocks fly like that. And I never seen a rock float like that, so I am gonna have to put that into C tier. I will say I'm a little surprised by the lack of screen time I've seen with these rocks in Metro Prime 2. I'm not disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm just a little surprised. But I will say what I was able to find, and this might also be Rebel too, but whatever. I do have to say these are very realistic. These are more realistic than they were over in Metro Prime. So just for that reason alone, I'm gonna go in and give that a B. And just like Metro Prime 2, Metro Prime 3 just does not have that many rocks. In fact, the only rocks I really was able to find were really big ones, which are the ones that we're currently looking at outside of the Elysia, because that's a gas giant. Might have a rock somewhere on that, maybe at its core, but despite the point, the two great rocks we got here, they're so big they even got their own gravitational force. So I gotta say, this is gonna be the first S tier in terms of rocks. These are really really sturdy rocks, really big ones. Like I said, has its own gravitational force, so gonna have to get that an S. As much as we as a fandom shit on Other M, I gotta tell you, they make some really good rocks. And I gotta say, this one's my favorite. This one's my favorite. Out of everything I've seen in this franchise, it's a pretty damn good looking rock. Don't have too much to say. It's just a rock, so it's gonna give that an A. This was Mercury Steam's first attempt at making the famous rocks in Metroid, and they did fantastic. They look really good. They're very, I mean, through this picture that we see here, we see all different types of rocks here. There's not a single rock that looks like another rock here. They all look like they serve their own purpose. And honestly, I can't even glaze this enough. I'm going to give that an F. I don't know where they really went wrong. with this one. Um, it's not necessarily like the worst, really. Just more like I don't know. This it's kind of like Super Metroid here. It's they had a really good rocks, and then they did whatever they did here. Uh, I don't know. Decently disappointing. I give that a C. Oh my, oh my, oh my. They did fantastic with this one. You can tell they put a lot of care in it. I already know this was out of their element. They were doing a lot of stuff out of their element with this game, but by far this is their best feature. And they're incredibly durable too. You need a power bomb to even break that shit. So, gonna have to give that an easy S. Unfortunately, I kind of forgot about these two games. Uh, because I did, I'm gonna give it a nice score of an A. I feel really bad. I would say they're very pretty. I mean, pixelated but pretty. Prime Hunter's a little funny to me because it had potential for rocks. Really, this was like prime time rock to be in a prime series, and it they did all right. They did all right. I picked this one specifically because I like the quadrilaterals that's put into play here. Um, I'm not gonna glaze it too much because, like I said, it could have been a lot better, but I'll give it a B. Thanks for watching my most anticipated video of all time. I will do more similar videos like this in the future. Probably gonna rank the top 10 hills of Metroid, not in just each Metroid game, but at the top 10 hills. Also, happy 40th anniversary, Metroid. Seriously. I'm just happy we're here. We had a couple of different stuff come out yesterday that was by the fans. I'm sure Nintendo, I know they don't usually do stuff for Metroid, but I got a feeling this time, you know?